I can't lie, bit of a struggle at the moment. I've told you, and I know that I've told you about what I'm struggling with, and I know that it sounds pathetic. I already know that compared to real struggles that people are having, but this is the shit that's weighing on my mind, and this is the way my mind works when it's struggling. And you're my only outlet, because I can't talk to my friends or family because they get worried. And nobody ever really truly believes that you're over depression, of course. Everyone's always looking for the signs. And it's not that I'm depressed, I'm just going through a down phase. I know I'll get over it because I've been through this so many times before. This is not depression. I know depression. So, as I've told you before, the three things that are keys for depression are an addiction to negative thinking, a core of self-loathing or low self-worth, and feeling suppressed. I'm going through a phase of negative thinking, and I am feeling suppressed by lack of finances and lack of foreseeable finances, actually. But because I know these things, I can do something about it. So what I want to do today is I just want to tell you about a few things. I'm not sure if you've heard of the term animism. It's when people, I don't even know the technical term, but my understanding is people love inanimate objects. I love inanimate objects. I love everything around me. I feel very, very emotionally attached to everything around me. In fact, I don't have anything around me that I don't feel emotionally attached to. Some things more than others give me a great deal of warm affection feeling, like the wardrobe and that painting and this painting, and my red sheets, believe it or not, chairs, bags, lights, plates, clothes, the jug, the toaster. I don't care how weird it sounds, because at this stage, when I'm going through these down periods, I feel like I'm surrounded by warmth and love, because these objects are part of my inner circle, more inner than even my family. These objects have seen me cry and despair more than any person has ever seen or will ever see. We've been through a lot together. I've been destitutely poor and sleeping on the empty floor of my empty house, and this stuff was all in storage waiting for me to recover. And then when I did, and I was able to bring it out again, it was there for me. It's never judged me. I've never felt like I have to be anyone other than who I am. I look after it. I polish the furniture. I'm really respectful. I talk to it. I thank it. When I come home, no matter how my day's been, I know what I'm coming home to. And I feel warm and comforted by everything around me. It gives me meaning. This one in particular, which is the tattoo on my arm, reminds me to look at the defining moments and to review them and to update them. The plants all around me force me to look after something other than myself. They're like pets. Some of them do better than others. Some of them really reward me, and some of them are just challenging, just like pets. I've lost quite a few things lately in the last year, and by God do I grieve. I lost a set of pearls that my ex-mother-in-law and father-in-law gave me for my 21st. I hadn't worn them. I'd only worn them like 3 times. And when I lost them, I was sad, but I didn't grieve that much because even though they were such a old part of my history, I'd had them for, 30 years, I hadn't worn them enough to be really close to them. But a pair of sunglasses that my friend Corey made for me, I still can't get over not having them. They felt like a part of me. And this leather bracelet that Gracie gave me, I still can't believe that I lost that. I mean, I worked this out within 24 hours of losing them and retraced my steps. And with the leather band, I retraced my steps for a month. I kept going back to the same spot for a month, hoping that I would uncover it or see it or something. I even walked up and down the street looking for it in case the wind had blown it away. I knew where I'd lost it. I just feel really deep feelings of love. My heart just really expands more than it does for people. I can't remember the last time it felt that way for a person, but I get it almost every day for things. And I don't know if that makes me sick or I just think it's relative. I don't think it's any different from people going out and hugging trees and feeling really strongly towards nature or feeling the same way towards animals. I just happen to feel it about things. And I have felt it about one of my cars, my first RAV. I felt really strongly towards that because I'd spent a year first of all identifying that that's what I wanted, and then saving, and then finally getting the one. And boy, I love that car. I used to rub the dashboard and tell it how much I loved it because it was so good to me. I don't feel that for my current car. I wish I did, but I don't have any feelings for it at all. And it's the same thing. It's the same as relationships. in meeting someone. Sometimes you wish so hard that you could feel something for that person and you know that they'd be just the perfect person for you. But if you don't, you can't. And that's how I feel about the Mazda. I know what it feels like. I can't believe I'm saying this. I know what it feels like to be in love with a car. I just said that out loud. You know what? I'm not going to minimise it. But it boils down to trust, history, experience, loyalty, all those things that we really desire and need in a relationship. And why is it wrong to feel all those things and get all those things from inanimate objects? I quite often will walk along and just rub my hands across something. Does this mean I've given up on human love? This is the kami. Backwards. From the Shinto religion. In the Shinto belief that animate and inanimate objects have a soul or a spirit. And this represents the spirit. So then it represents, in modern translation, God. When I look at everything, and this morning I was praying to it all. I was saying, come on, you guys, help me. Give me a breakthrough, any breakthrough, financially or work-wise or help-wise, or I need help. I'm feeling so disillusioned at the moment. Really, really disillusioned. And I've been through this before. And it won't last for long. It never does. So, in summary, ultimately, I'm okay. I don't know how I'm going to get through the next couple of weeks with money, but I will, because I always do. I will be provided with food, because I always am. I will pay my bills, because I always find a way. I will have a breakthrough, because I have asked for one, and I have faith. I always feel so much better when I talk to you. I've always said that when things are tough, like when people approach me on Instagram or text me if they've got my number or whatever and ask me what they can do for their friend who is suffering, I always say to them, just listen to them. Don't give any advice. Don't say, I know how you feel, and then launch into your own stories thinking that you're going to make them feel better because you've suffered too. It doesn't work that way. They just need to hear themselves say out loud all the shit that's on the inside. They just need to get it out. And that's what I've just done. And I feel better.